Thank you. So when you send your 6-year-old out for her first time to the mail, she happens to make 5 trips to the mailbox. And then comes running back. Oh, she's cute.
I have just given the girls a bunch of hay that is lightly moldy, and what they'll do is they will paw through it and eat what they want out of it. And the reason I did that here instead of in their feeder is that I want them to spread it out. They need more bedding here. There's too much manure. I don't like to clip the feet of goats that are really heavily pregnant because I feel like it stresses them out. But I think we're kind of at a point with Empress and Chai and everybody that I need to. So I think I'm going to come in here with my clippers once they have this spread out and get everybody trimmed up. She's acting like she's favoring her front feet, and it's warm enough today.
The uncle for joy.
And the children.
Right. For the love of the children, yeah, there's no competing with the uncle. Butter cold? But not terribly cold. We're able to pull it off with a fork. Mistress butter scrapers.
The whole thing,
Silly daddy.
Silly daddy.
Cute daddy.
Peas are for kids.
Cutie dad. There's more peas, Dad.
Is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cute dad.
So you're saying I can have some? Yay!
Yeah.
Goodie.
Cute dad.
Cute dad. Okay.
Do you want me to just you
Nope.
up
I'm
some?
good. I want you to eat some.
So easy to melt all this butter. Which I already melted, by the way. Wait, because you don't have it all over yours. And I gain as much butter over all mine as much as
I think that's enough butter, honey.
It'll come out really foamy in appearance, almost like a whipped topping, and that's the eggs.
Sandy mud.
And that's the eggs and the coconut flour combination. The coconut flour can be pretty dense and crumbly, and so by adding the eggs with the coconut, the eggs add froth to the density of the coconut. So it comes across as very whipped, very almost like a whipped cream kind of a consistency with all the air that gets beat into it.
And Dad,
Whereas most cake batters would be runny at this point, runny, and just be able to pour it into the batter, into the pan. This one, it's more like a dollop here and a dollop there, and that kind of thing.
And Mom, can we have the scrappings of the bowl and the...
I guess it depends on if you've eaten your peas or not.
I am.
So it turns into a very dense cake. If you don't like something that is extremely sweet, was it a double negative? Don't like something that, okay, so
if you don't like something that doesn't turn out very sweet.
if you want it to be sweet, you're gonna have to add on some frosting that has quite a bit of sugar in it. We like a cream cheese type frosting and without a lot of sugar in it, but otherwise this kind of comes across more as like a meal than a cake, just because with 10 eggs in it,
It's breakfast.
it's more like breakfast. But if you put a lot
Cocoa
of
Puffs.
yeah, it's like Cocoa Puffs. But if you put a really rich, really sweet
But with actual nutrition.
frosting with it, then it tastes like a dessert.
Then it's frosted Cocoa Puffs.
No, because it actually goes pretty well with like a buttercream
Ooh,
frosting. You bake this 50 minutes at 350 degrees. I've never cooked this not in the wood burning stove, which usually doesn't get above 300.
It tends to cook things faster too.
Well, you just have to watch it, and once I put it in this way, I then have to take it out halfway through and spin it like this and put it in, because the side that's closest to the firebox is going to be the hottest. I'm going to put it in on the side that's farthest away from the firebox. Okay, and if you put it in close to the firebox, anything, it will just burn. Like baked potatoes and stuff, they cook very, very quickly and then they just turn into a husk. So desserts and everything, make sure they go to the other side. Halfway through your time, turn them.
The fun thing about baking, let's see how hot that puppy says it's supposed to be. 777 degrees at the glass, 858 at the cook stove. Yeah, we're right around the 900 degree mark on the top. Where's that 9? By the way, if you guys ever get a cook stove or a wood stove, these little IR thermometers are invaluable. 788. Yeah, we're hot. I think we're gonna have to turn the fan on to cool off the stove, because see what our chimney is doing. Only boiling at the chimney. That's no good. That's why we have to clean out every 6 weeks, is by the time it rotates clear around the stove, and that sucks out all that heat. See, but by the time you go back to the flue, you're down to 300 degrees. That was the weirdest thing. Because cooktop, still 817. Where's that 900? I wanted to see that 890. Yeah, jeez. It's actually so hot, it's burning my fingers from here.
Here, I'm cooking.
At what point does metal start to glow? Is it like 1200 degrees? Something like that.
And right here, I'm cooking like a chicken. You're like a chicken.
Anyway, she's cooled off a little bit now that the fan is on. It was like literally that fast. I guess it's good to get a stove that hot every so often, though.
Yeah, but I'm cooking just right here.
Oh, come on. Yeah, it's all running right around the 200 degree mark. But that's double wall pipe too, so I guess that's not a bad thing. Best. Possibly. Nice, huh?
Mm-hmm. And it looks yummy.
So it's probably about 350 right now inside of there. It says that the two of them line up right about the same. But it's going to be horribly inaccurate, even as told by the manufacturer. Even the company that builds these stoves says basically we timed it so that 350 degrees is about 350 degrees, since that's about where everything is baked at. That's kind of their compromise. So anyway, I'm going to turn this off because that flash is like... See if I can not burn my hands while doing this. Resting. Okay, so it's like 300 degrees in there and 800 degrees on top of the stove. You don't want to leave that glass on for long. Move. So there she is, unfrosted.
Since we don't have any
choice. Let's
just let it cool down.
Yes, you have to wait. Hi guys. Okay. So press the black on there. It actually got hot enough in there that it was burning a little bit at the top. No big whoop. We'll just kind of add a nice smoky flavor to our dessert.
Mm-hmm. And it's really not.
Or